Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DMC Definitive Edition on the Xbox One. So, we're going to be trying out the Xbox One version. The plan was actually to lead with a graphics comparison, but as regulars on Facebook, following Facebook, will know, there's been a bit of a mishap, and effectively they shipped the Xbox One version a day earlier and the PS4 version, well, a day later. So, basically, the PS4 version's in the post and will arrive tomorrow. So I thought at the very least we can get some raw Xbox One footage. I've also got to record the PC version later on today anyway, so I guess it kind of works out well. Anywho, so the Xbox One version does run native 1080p and is advertised to run up to 60 FPS. I have noticed, eyeballing it, there have been a few frame rate drops. We're on the second mission. The purpose of this is just to show you some gameplay. If you've got or played rather, the last generation, in other words, Xbox 360, PS3 version of DMC, you'll kind of know the storyline. We're not looking at most at the storyline, or even, to be totally honest with you, much else other than just the graphics and the basic kind of style. See if it's something you'd enjoy. There's a couple of points I'd like to make. Firstly, go through the moves list. It's all pretty standard, nothing amazing here. Abilities, Rebellion. Yeah, you basically can upgrade at the shops as you would normally expect. We'll be popping over either to a new mission soon, or we're going to wait and complete this mission, because there's also a turbo mode. Now, the turbo mode increases the game's speed by 20%, which basically fixes one of the big complaints that a lot of people had with this game, and that is it's a little too slow in comparison to, say, the original DMC. Personally, I actually quite liked the fighting in this game, and I didn't really think it was too slow. I actually quite liked the speed for the most part. However, my main complaint of DMC has always been the same, and that is that I dislike this version of Dante quite extensively. Not necessarily because they've changed his look or aesthetics, but just because he comes across as a bit of an angst dick, to be totally honest. But anyway, we're just going to be kind of looking around and playing, and as I said, been playing a little bit, so I kind of know the basic controls because I last played this game on launch, so that gives you an idea of how long ago it was. But yeah, it looks quite pretty. Obviously, they've improved various aspects of the Xbox 360 version and PS3. I'm just going to say last gen.
Show me your secrets.
The primary obvious one is improvements to textures, slight improvements to lighting. Obviously, it's 60 FPS. Speaking of 60 FPS, I think it's rather funny on games how when they manage to get the game up to 60 FPS, it's a marketing thing, and they'll say, yep, it's 60 FPS. But when it's not, it's cinematic. So I just think that's quite funny. But anyway, you can see that the lighting looks quite pretty, to say the least, at least in my opinion. Anyway, I think it looks rather gorgeous, and let's quickly mosey on through here. Yeah, you can all die, just cause. I know that's a bit superfluous, but just rinse that as well. Obviously, get some secrets. Yeah, you thought I was going to miss that, didn't you? Alright. Yep, sweet. Anything? No? Okay, cool. Might as well have a quick look through here as well. Ah, there we go. More dudes. Any of you guys want to interrupt while I'm shooting your little friend to little smithereens? No? Okay. Yeah, come on. We want more than that. I want to be chopping things here. Chop, 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 chop. Death Knight. Okay, does he have Death Grip? That's the question.
You're up next.
Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a way to actually deal with this guy, and I can't remember how you do it specifically. So, I figure this is the best way to deal with him. Oh, he turns out he can't block while he's in midair. Who would have thought? Yeah, turns out. Your shield means nothing to me. Ha ha ha. Or something. I don't know.
What are you trying to show me?
Well, go ahead and touch the glowy thing. You know you wanna. Touch the glowy. Yeah, my little fella. Sweet.
Hell yeah!
We now have big axey thing, which is a good positive. Yeah. Though, I've already kind of dealt with you anyway. But anyway, the Arbiter. Anyway. Demonic axe which swings a slow but a powerful Arbiter, especially effective against shields. Press LT for Arbiter. Or as I prefer to call it. I'm sorry, it's just kind of fun for me. I don't know why. The good thing about the Arbiter, of course, is that you get to do a heck of a lot of damage. And it's also really fun to just smash them down like that. You could just basically juggle them with Arbiter, which is, I don't know why, just really satisfying, at least to me. I have to say that one of the things, of course, that DMC is really good for is the fact that you can play the game in terms of the combos and so on, all rather up to you. Now, obviously, the game does have some, how can I put it, optimal ways to play, and I've never been that great at DMC anyway. Alright, let's probably chop this. Whoa. I've never been that great at DMC anyway. I mean, I've always been, like, okay. I did manage to complete Dante Must Die back in the day, on the original DMC. But aside from that, alright, I never really played too much of the other DMCs. Mostly because, I don't know why actually. Can we get up there? Can we get back up there to kill that dude? Alright, no. Alright, fair enough. We go this way then. This way. Yeah, that looks friendly, doesn't it? Alright. Well, it's not exactly a horror game, is it? That sounds charming. Let's make sure there's no goodies behind us. Oh. Sorry, were you in the middle of doing something there? Ow, that was pretty crap of me. For no other reason than why the hell not. Oh, cruel! Can we get unusual? Now, obviously, if you keep doing the same move, it does affect your rank. But I just kind of wanted to smashy and shoot things. Alright, cool. Rawr! Apparently, he's also going to summon Nemesis.
Dante. Did I hear that right?
Nah. Don't worry, little fella. Oh yes, and that's another little point. You can actually revisit certain areas, use Arbiter to destroy them if you've not seen it already. We can't get through there yet, if memory serves, because we need an item. Ow! Bang. Balls. More practice is required to not suck. There we go. At least we're getting some kills. That's the most important thing. See, early on in particular, it's pretty bad with the cutscenes.
I remember this.
Because you've got this whole thing of you're just enjoying slashing things into little ribbons, and then you get another cutscene. So it's kind of like, that's one problem of DMC now. Devil May Cry, the original, kind of had a lot of cutscenes as well, but generally they weren't quite so lengthy. At least I found so, and I felt that it was slightly better paced. Now, that's not to say it's a bad game, and remember, this is not a full price release either. You're only looking at, well, at least I paid anyway, 23, 22, 23, something around that Great British Pounds, which isn't shabby. It's not the best price ever, but it's not too shabby, at least in my opinion. And if you've not played it, then it's a pretty good option. I'm going to be doing graphics comparisons with the PC version, but just eyeballing it and from memory, it looks around the same. Maybe a few changes here and there, but obviously it all depends on what level of PC specifications you've got, how much MSAA, blah blah blah, blah 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 you're going to be throwing on. If you're looking at content-wise, there's a heck of a lot, because you do get Virgil's downfall. You'll notice that I'm also using the default DMC outfit for Dante. There are others. You've got all of the classic, for example, Dante from DMC 1 and blah blah, but I just decided, hey, you know what, I'm just going to use this one, just because. Okay, that doesn't look like it could be rather nasty or anything. Pew!
Oh yeah.
I actually really like these floating limbo stages. They've done quite a lot in games. It seems like every other game for some point had those, but obviously they're kind of cool. I don't really like jumping puzzly type of sections in games, to be totally honest, mostly because I suck at them. But I think they can work. There we go. That wasn't too bad. It was just me failing and not paying much attention. Later on, of course, Dante can fly to a degree. Yeah, man. There we go. You need to be that one extra pixel. Right. So it looks quite nice. I mean, let's just have a quick little look around. You see, for example, his coat. There are some anti-aliasing issues I've noticed, strangely enough, in cutscenes. It's not that they're abysmal. It's not that they're terrible. It's just that you will notice them. But, you know, not too bad or anything like that. Slowdown, there is some. It's definitely not a 60 FPS constant, as I mentioned pretty much in the opening of this video. Alright, we can actually pull enemies as well.
Get over here.
I think it can be kind of fun to do that. It just adds, once again, we've got to be a little careful because... Oh god, that could have been nasty. Okay, I'm absolutely paying far too much attention trying to actually murder these things with the grab move. There we go. Now, in terms of healing, in case you're not too familiar, I'm just going through this with the kind of assumption that you might have played it, and also with the assumption you may not have played it, so I have to explain some basics. You can heal using items. I'm just not going to do so at the moment because I'm trying to be alpha. Ooh, that could have been a little nasty. Now, jumping, by the way, is you hold the button to go a little bit higher.
What now?
There we go. Pretty simple. This is not exactly a puzzle game, but... Shine.
This was your home. I remember it.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
Kind of curious if we
So
could
what
smash
else
the...
have we got?
No, we can't smash the bed. That would be too cool. Alright, well, we can get to that. Hopefully. There we go. Also, restores. Press the menu button and select items. Might as well show you that, I suppose. So you can just use these to restore some of Dante's health. You just click it. Pretty cool. You could basically use that in the middle of any fights as well. I'm just pointing this stuff out once again in case you're not too familiar with how it works. Use these red points to buy items in the store. We know that there is a lost soul somewhere because I can hear it and I do not bloody see it, which is really frustrating. Probably walked past it knowing my luck. And if you could damage that, it looks like you might be able to. Don't have to go. We can use the key. Alright, let's use the key. Alright, I think this is going to be a side mission. Looks like it. Yeah. Kill all enemies within the time limit. Alright, press the view button to begin. Oop, not that one. This doesn't particularly look a hard mission, to be totally honest. The main point of this game is not to do stuff like that. It's actually to try and get a really good grade, because the faster you do it, the shinier stuff you get. Manage to unlock an upgrade. This, by the way, is the first mission. Or part of the first mission. The location. So it's not like it's anything specifically new. But you get these health crosses and you get rewards for completing it, as well as a bunch of points. If you go... Obviously the rewards, the health crosses increase your maximum health power, which is pretty self-explanatory. You need 4 of them. Alright. Look, you can see the loading times aren't too bad, though. But... Alright, come here! Alright, let's see. You might have noticed that it really likes to do that thing of the Zelda, where when you get a new item, you're bloody well gonna learn how to use that item, damn it.
Sparta! They're here! They're here! They found us!
What the hell happened here?
We've got to
Well, I'm gonna go that they found us. They found us! Run for it, Marty! Who? The Libyans! I'm sorry, I had to go with that. But you don't want to stop me, you like me. Shielded! Well, I think we can guess how that works. Oh god, that could have been unpleasant. Thank god you can't roll off the edge. You bitch. I was trying to grab you, incidentally. Alright, anyway. D for... I can't actually think what D stands for, but dreadful, there we go. That was what I was looking for.
How did they find us?
Right. Well, I'm going to go with the fact that you lived in a mansion. I mean, if you're trying to be subtle, you don't live in a mansion. Maybe that's just me. But it's not exactly like, oh, let's just live under the radar. You'd think so, but no, let's just live in a massive-ass mansion. I guess we could have a little look. Keep bloody pressing A to use the statue, which is really silly. Alright, we've got Arbiter. Right, might as well have a look. Increases the damage. Dante focuses the blah, blah, blah. Tremor. Smash of the axe. Drop. Flush. That's actually kind of cool. But what we're going to be doing is basically having a look at that. Jump in the air next to the enemy. Demon Obey just before being hit. Time kick. Actually, let's have a quick look at that. Let's have a quick go with it. I've never tried that one, actually. So we need to kind of do that and then do it again, I think. Memory serves. Right, we can't go through there yet. So I guess we head this way.
Is that... Mom?
I love you, Dante.
Fucking demons.
Sorry, that was just amazing. That really does not get old. Oh, incidentally, if you're wondering about the timing of that, it's not so much timing. I'm just kind of mashing it. Pull is useful for blah. Alright, sweet. Sadistic! Yeah, bitch. Alright, let me just quickly grab a drink while he's doing his little thing. Right, now we've got the Scythe of the Heavens. Actually, I don't actually remember what the hell this is called, but I'm going to call it the Scythe of the Heavens. Good advice. I think I'll take it. This is the Osiris. Okay, so the Osiris, blah. Okay, yay! I get an achievement. Achievement. Alright, so the achievement is actually blocking which button to press. There we go.
Gets better and better.
Savage again. That wasn't too bad. Now, it's actually kind of weird because although you do extra damage as you power up the weapons, the only thing with that is it makes the fights a little shorter and therefore you're kind of like, oh, I wish you could smash them a little bit more. Might as well. Oh yeah, well I can't upgrade anyway, but we can have a quick look, I suppose, what we can get. Cleaver, Shredder. That's one of my favourite ones. It shreds them for ages. But we'll have a look at that later anyway. We can't upgrade anything anywho, so what's the difference, right? Ah, I can certainly see that that has worked out extremely well for her. Oh god, okay. Target. You know, they had a nice home until... and then the Fire Nation came. This could take a while. There we go.
Cool.
I think you're kind of getting the idea of how the basic stuff works in this game. Alright, kill.
A blue rose.
Does it give me shiners? That's all that we really care about.
Dante, I don't think you understand what's at stake.
Nauseating. Alright, this feels familiar, doesn't it? I kind of like these areas. They're kind of cool. They aesthetically look rather impressive as well. Alright, it kind of shows you where you got to go. Not that you can screw up anyway. It's not like it's how can I put it? It's not like it's a maze, really, is it? In other words, you can only really go one way. It's not like I can, let's just say, jump to that over there. Or something along those lines. It's pretty obvious for the most part where you got to go, so... it's more of a visual thing. I think, actually, I'm going to be getting the... yeah. Snapper, snapper! So basically, one obviously pulls Dante, the other one pulls the object. So later on, the puzzles will require you to use both. So, and later on after that, you'll also get the thing of having to fly as well. In case you're wondering, you don't really have to time this. In fact, I'm just mashing the button because it doesn't absolutely benefit you not to. You can see that the frame rate does appear to be getting a little hurt on occasion. I think some of that might be to do with slight loading. Alright. Well, yeah, pretty much. I dealt with him. Oh, God. There we go. No! Kirk, bitch! It was a complete accident. I actually meant to press this button. There we go. Sweet. That was a bit of an oddity. Which way the hell did we go from? I think it was that way, wasn't it? So it's got to be this way. Oh god. There we go. Sweet. That wasn't too bad, to be totally honest, was it? Right, cool.
What am I unleashing?
Sure, it could be nothing bad. Big glowy ass statue. What can possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong with a huge ass glowing statue?
I don't remember it.
Right, so Osiris props blah 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 held LT for that. Okay. That's really annoying. What's really handy about that move is that you actually just get to quickly maneuver around the battlefield, which is really handy, obviously. As it allows you to get out of trouble really simply. Alright, let's see what we got. Now, you may start to understand what I mean about some of the pacing issues on the storyline, especially when you compare it to the earlier DMCs. What I personally would have liked is for the cutscenes to be slightly longer, but there to be fewer. Because I think that it really breaks up the pace. Now, as I said, later on, it does become a little better, but even so, you've got to go through those missions, and you think to yourself, come on, I kind of want to stab things, and at the same time, you don't want to skip, necessarily, because you also want to learn the story. So it's kind of like one of those things, really.
I had a brother too. We were a family. I had no idea of the danger we were in.
Well, I'm going to go with the fact you're standing on a huge-ass pit with a skull-looking demon. Probably is a good indication that you're not really in happy times.
When they broke in, I saw him. She gave her life so that we could escape. I will never forget what he did to her.
What do you mean you never forgot? You did forget, you little twit!
Our father, Sparta, took my brother and I away. He separated us. Hid us safely amongst the humans. Wiped our memories to protect us. That's why it all went black. Until now.
And you'd think that he'd be less of a dick after this, but no, he's still a dick. Alright, let's continue just for a little longer. I'm hoping that... that wasn't so pleasant. See, stuff like that is
I'm
actually
getting outta
is
here.
actually kind of cool, I've got to say. In the name of love, before I break your heart? Nah, I'm cool, bruh. And balls, get through the bloody wall. There we go. This is going to be interesting, since I've got an itch. There we go. That was pretty simple. Right. So, now, what I've done is we're basically at mission 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to enable turbo mode. And in case you're wondering, the idea behind turbo mode is so that we can see what difference does it make and so on. So, I'll show you the skins as well. You can switch between a couple of them. There's gold, samurai, blah blah blah. All of these come as standard. This is not DLC. To be totally honest, I am just going to use standard. Under costumes, same deal. Dark Dante, Neo Dante, DMC 1 Dante. I have to say that I actually kind of like the DMC 1 looking Dante, but I'll just leave it all as standard. Go to shop, show you how that works. You can go to upgrades if you so desire. Pretty simple stuff. Osiris. You can power this up. I'm just going to go ahead and actually let's see, what can we get up? Shred up, raise. On the ground. On the ground. Hold, then release, blah. I guess we could try it out. Anyway, and we'll also have a quick look at items as well, show you how that works. So you can basically buy items. You can buy large or smaller stars. So we'll just pick that one, for example. You can also health cross, maximum health. Those are kind of expensive. To be totally honest, they're probably the better option. And you can also get these, which allow you to resurrect after death. And also you can get an item finder. But yeah, we're just going to leave those as is. Turbo mode is enabled, and we're going to start. So same dealio. The idea is just to basically see the speed of the chopping. So hopefully, assuming the postman doesn't fail, I'll actually have the PS4 version. I'll be able to do a comparison over the next couple of days. And full comparison.
Remember this place? Yeah, I remember coming
Right,
here.
let's see. Do. Trap him. Alright. Wow, okay, takes a little bit of getting used to. Star rank, yeah, I think we know that. We know how the star rank system sodding works. Wow, this is actually quite nice, I've got to say. Ow, press the wrong button. Bash, 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 bitch. Good old chainsaw guys, I forgot about these dudes. These are really annoying as well. The Ravager! Ow, bitch! I was hoping to be able to do that. Wow, really? Alright, you know what? Let's just bash the hell out of you. Forget doing anything stylishly. There we go, that's more like it. That was an awesome amount of files.
Dante, the gateway's ready. Come on.
Huh. Sorry, I just want to quickly destroy this. Yes, we know about how green orbs work, most likely. Yeah, that's kind of cool, doesn't it? So there is a difference, obviously, in speed. Oh, and for those who are wondering, if item does that as you walk past it, and most tend to, stuff like street signs and so on, you're basically there to destroy them. Don't think we can quite get that yet, if memory serves. Anyway, let's go this way.
Dante, over here.
Definitely hear something. I don't know where the hell it is though. It's probably in a location that I can't quite get to yet, but it's not a big deal anyhow. Oh well.
Can you get across?
I'll have to find another way.
Yeah, not so fucking. Oh, there we are. Thank you for the points, bitch. Wow, there's a lot of them. He sounded like he said fiddlesticks. There we go. That's a good idea. Thanks for the advice. I am now closer. I don't see you doing much about it, actually, quite frankly. Oh, there's you. How unique and different. Wow, you can't actually stop him when he's doing that, and I keep forgetting. Yeah, there we go. One get through. I suppose no. That would be too obvious. That would be much too obvious. So it has to be somewhere up, maybe up there. No, I have no idea then. There has to be a way through there, but I'm not quite sure how. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I'm not playing for shiners necessarily. Although it would be kind of silly not to get that item, wouldn't it? On the other hand, it's not like a big deal. All right, I'll just leave it. Forget it.
Another blue rose.
Son of a... Wow, that's not annoying at all. There we go.
I didn't ask for your help.
Anyhow, I think this gives you a pretty good indication of what DMC is like on the Xbox One. I think it's a good slice of gameplay. Obviously, we are pretty early. I did not want to be... To be totally honest, I'm going to be recording for a bit longer anyway, off camera. Well, it is on... You know what I mean. But, I figure this is a good indication of what the game's like. I could, you know, go a little bit further in, but I don't want to risk spoiling anything for those who have not played the game. For those who have, I think you get a good indication of whether you want it. Here's my thoughts. If you played the original Xbox 360 version and you said to yourself, hey, this game could be a bit faster, or you did not buy the Virgil DLC, or what have you, or it's been ages and you've traded it in, that type of thing, pretty much worth purchasing. If you did not like the original, if you hated the Dante, if you hated the combat, if you hated... I say that if you thought that, if you didn't like the original because you didn't think it was quite fast enough, then this may be the version for you. If you didn't like the combat, you didn't like the gameplay, you didn't like Dante, then it's not going to have changed your opinion. If you're wondering about the graphics, yes, they are improved over the last generation. From what I can tell, it's not better than the PC, but I will be looking into that in the next few days. There are some graphical slowdowns. So as it turns out, for still the faster experience, PC's the way to go. And that's pretty much it. But if you missed the original game and you're just like, hey, you know what, I want a game. You know, we've got Bloodborne coming out on the PS4 and a few other titles as well. But if you're just kind of waiting for a title and, you know, you want something that's going to give you several hours, or 10 hours, 15 hours, what have you, of gameplay, even if you're not a completionist and want to get really good ranks, then this could be the game for you. You know, just buy it, kind of rinse through it as fast as possible, and it gives you something to do for like a week, which is another good option as well. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video and you understand, well, have a better understanding, rather, of what and if you want to pick up this game. And there are, you know, there's a good option. Now, I've also bought this on you know, the Xbox menu. I bought this on. What the hell's going on? A great brain there. And you notice that my gamer tag did pop up. I'll do it one more time so you can see it on screen. CrimsonRayne RGT. The reason I do that, I'm going to bring it up one more time.